Hey, we know we better hurry and get that off or they take us off.
Woo! That just feel good.
Like, let's get the groove on. Get it going. Good morning, good morning, good morning to my lovely people. Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, look at that. Yes, we are okay. That's the
She gave
goal.
a yay.
But guess what, though? You know, real quick, I'll be like, remove. We ain't having that early in the morning. Early in the morning, we are here to give the people what they want. And what they want is some shop talk, right? We need
Yes.
to know
Exactly.
what's happening at home. Got a great show planned for you today. I'm telling you guys, listen. Good news. It's all good news. Rent will be going down. Right now, they started West Coast. They're starting at a 14% decrease. I'm gonna get into that for you lovely people. We are also asking the shop talk question of the week, which is if your child is living in your home, hear me, I say child is living in your home and they work a job, are they expected to pay bills? Don't answer. Also, the Airbnbs, the owners are like, nope, not interested in that. I'm going to give you a little bit of fashion and all that great stuff. But before I get into that, today's guest is Minister Teddy. Let me do this. Teddy Brown, but Teddy Theodore Brown, because I don't know how it's written on or how we need to write it on the ballot. Y'all know that I don't do politics here. But when your girl got a question, we got to bring them on in to ask the question. And my question was that a lot of people didn't know either. How does the write-in process go? Did you guys know?
Absolutely not.
No.
See, you know, the details of, you know, as far as like, how does a write-in go and how does that work for you and all that good stuff. So today's show is stepping up and stepping out with impact. Let's get this baby rolling.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you, Minister Ted Brown. How you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing real good. I'm so glad you took some time out your busy day to come and chill with us over here at Shop Talk.
All right. Greatly appreciated.
Thank you. I got a question. Let's jump right into it. First of all, you are a write-in candidate for the school board. Am I
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if we write T Brown or Ted Brown and not Theodore Brown, does that throw it out?
No, it'll count.
Okay. Somebody asked me, if you put T Brown, will they think it's Tito Brown?
No, because the category is under the school board. Like the mayor's race is just the mayor's race with Tito and Derek McDowell's name in that section of the ballot. As you move through the ballot, there's the school board race. So if you write T Brown, Ted Brown, Theodore Brown, it will count.
Minister Brown?
Oh, hopefully that'll count too. Yeah, there's when I filled out the application, I used both Theodore as well as Ted, but
Okay.
I do have a campaign advisor who said as long as they can know that it's T Brown or Ted Brown, the vote will count.
Okay. Thank you for that. Because I'm like, now let's go back. Look,
Okay.
I had to get that out the way. Let's
Okay.
go back. There are, what is it, 5 seats available for the school board?
There's 3 seats available.
Okay,
There's
3 seats.
5 candidates that are on the ballot, and myself will make 6.
Okay, so your name is not listed on the ballot.
That is
You have to
correct.
write it in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, they're gonna be looking for T Brown.
Well, that's where the challenge is at. Trying to get my name out, some flyers, some palm cards. I'm running a low finance campaign, so we're not spending thousands of dollars for a write-in campaign. So we're probably going to spend upward to. Actually, I want to stay under 2,000 because then you have to. If I have over $2,000 in funds and or $2,000 in expenditures, then I have to fill out a financial disclosure form. And so, you have to be very accurate, correct, because the fines is pretty much extensive. It's too many problems.
And see, that's why I don't like politics. It's like somebody wants to do good, somebody wants to step up and say, hey, I can actually help with this situation. Let me be,
Mhm.
let my voice matter to speak on the behalf of what I feel the children need. And honestly,
Mhm.
it's the children, to be honest. I can say that with you.
Right, right.
What made you want to run for school board?
Uh, let's do the short version. I received a phone call from one of the school board members who
Okay.
told me to check out the news because a couple of the incumbents were not certified to go on the ballot. Then another candidate petition was thrown out, so they wasn't certified. So when I received the phone call, there was only 2 people that were certified for the school board ballot. So there was 3 seats available. They said, this is a good time for you to jump in. We could use your help on the school board. I could use your help. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to think about it. After a few hours thinking, some praying, conversation with my pastor, our pastor, and the president of the Youngstown Women Black Caucus, they said, definitely jump in the race. So the process is you have to go down to the school board, to the Board of Elections. $30 fee you pay, fill out the paperwork, you're on the ballot. Well, not on the ballot per se, but you're in the race.
Okay.
So, like on the previous candidates, they had to have 150 valid registered voter signatures. I did not have to go through that process. But as a write-in candidate, it's at the last minute. It happened during the time in which they were certifying the names for the ballot, and you have like a 10-day window in order to file as a write-in. So because the 3 were not certified initially, it was a no-brainer for me to get in the race because there was only 2 people on the ballot, me as a write-in, 3 seats available. That's a guaranteed win. But there is a appeal process. All 3 appealed and they won their appeal. So they were
Oh,
put back on the ballot after I had filed as a write-in candidate. So I'm already running, so it wasn't, well, I could have dropped out or whatever, but no, because I've been at this work for over 10 years plus. You know what we've been doing with the Community Leadership Coalition on education. I've been to so many school board meetings until other things came up. So sometimes you got to let some things go. So I didn't attend on a regular as I once did, but I still go on occasion. I keep abreast of those issues that are ongoing within our school district, what's going on in the state legislature, I'm in conversations at least once a month with state reps. Our work through Community Leadership Coalition on Education. So it wasn't really a twist of the arm per se. You know, I have a passion for politics. You call it politics, but
You know, I vote. I vote, but I don't fool with all the politics. But I call myself getting signatures. I had, the 150 valid signatures that you have to have. Had I known the right end, I'd have been like, oh, I could have just did it that way. Because all of mine weren't valid. But let me tell you, I thought it was for 2 years. So I'm down there at the Board of Elections, and the lady is telling me she counts. She goes and she let me know when I go back how many I had. Because I missed it. I think I had like 148 or something like that was actually valid. Some other ones moved or whatever. I don't know how we got on the subject of where she said 4 years. Let me tell you the shock on my face. I was
4
like,
years.
I was
4
like,
years is a long commitment. Yeah.
listen, when she said, she laughed, but I was there. I like 4 years. I was like, whoo! I dodged a bullet, like, because that is a huge commitment.
Yes, it is.
4 years. And I be in and out. I was like, I probably won't even be here in 4 years. I'll be gone somewhere. It takes a lot of work to get those signatures. It does. And that's just getting on the ballot. I didn't have clarity on the write-in process. So that's why I was like, can you come on so we can talk about this? And I know Nate the Agitator down there is like, oh yeah, I'm about to be a write-in.
Yeah, pretty much. At least on a local level, you can write in for pretty much any position. Mayor, council, school board. It's a lot harder to run because, first of all, my name is not on the ballot. So actually what we are telling those supporters of mine, this is a one-shot vote. One shot meaning there's 3 seats open. You vote for 3, but in the case of if you're supporting me, you only write my name in and do not vote for any other. So it's called one shot. So because there are people that's already on the ballot, their names you'll see, they're going to get their votes. Without my name being actually on the ballot, it'll make it a little even playing field. Just vote for Ted Brown, leave the other 2 spots open, and it gives me a better chance to win the seat.
Okay. So if you don't bubble anybody in and you just do one write-in.
Yes, you click on, okay, on the ballot, you'll see the 5 names, Youngstown City School Board race. At the bottom of the names, you'll see a spot that says write-in. You have to tap on that because, we have touch screens here in the Mahoney County. You touch on the write-in, and then a typewriter keyboard will pop up for the write-in. You type in T Brown, Ted Brown, Theodore Brown, and there's a little oval that you will touch, and you hit submit, the vote account.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up regarding the touch screen. Because you got people like me. Bring your glasses. That'll be hitting the wrong thing. You can't ask for a paper ballot anymore? Because I'm thinking of the elderly people that, sometimes their computer screen does something to your vision, or they hit the wrong button and be like, excuse me, I messed up. Like, that's an option anymore in the Mahoney?
I believe you can still get a paper ballot, like for the elderly who's unable to actually physically walk into that section of the building in which they vote, because the machines are they're computer screens. But there's a section right to the left of the building which you pull up through the drive there. and you can ask for them to come out that you want to cast your ballot, and you do it from the car. It's convenient for those who are disabled or elderly who cannot get around. So you probably can get a paper ballot that way, but everyone does have to go inside and use the touch screens.
Okay, Fort of Mahoney County, where is the Board of Election? It used to be down off of Oak
I
Hill.
believe the correct address is 345 Oak Hill.
Okay.
That's where, that's where
Are
the
we
Job
still
and Family
there?
Services. Yes, we're still there.
Still there, Oak Hill. Okay.
Yes.
'Cause-
So you'll see all the political signs out on the Devil Strip by the parking lot to the right. Like if you do a write-in, for like an elderly person who cannot get out their vehicle, there's a drive with underneath the canopy. Pull in right there, and they will come out, and then you can vote. That individual can vote from the vehicle.
Okay, what's the address again?
I believe it's 345 Oak Hill.
Okay, right across from that cemetery.
Yes.
So we are
the
still
old Southside
there.
Hospital.
Yes, the old Southside Hospital. Okay.
Yes.
So that's a good thing, because I know that on the news it was saying it was
That's a whole
moving
other issue.
and having people confused. I didn't know when it was occurring, so I'm glad that you gave that information. Housekeeping, the Board of Elections is still where it was.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
old Southside Hospital across from that
Yes.
cemetery. And
Yep,
for
where
my
Jobs and Family Services is at, the Veterans Department, where you get like your passports,
yes,
all of that stuff. Everything's still there.
it's still there. So young people, you might not know about Southside Hospital, but it's across from the cemetery on Oak Hill. As soon as you come up, it's a little curve, you'll see it at the top. And like Minister Ted Brown, let me say it this way so y'all can write it in right. Ted Brown is the write-in for the school board. Okay.
And
There
this is similar to when you click on the screen, you got to look for the write-in. So you'll see some palm cards and stuff like this, some flyers that'll be out. They're around the city. I have people who's passing them out, but you just write in.
Oh, that's good. So that's directions.
Yes.
So when you coming around that curve there and you see all the people standing out and you can vote early, when you see them standing out, just ask somebody because they'll definitely tell you.
Oh,
And
there's signs on the building. There's a big sign that will tell you where to go to vote, which door to use, even the hours of voting. Right now, it's like 8 to 5. As we get nearer to the actual general election day, the voting times will be extended as well. You'll have Sunday to vote on, which normally is called Souls to the Polls,
okay.
in which is that one is like from 1 to 5, and a lot of churches gather their congregations, vans, cars, and they are very intentional on getting the vote out. That will be on November the 2nd.
Okay.
Early voting stops on November the 2nd. The actual day of voting is November the 4th. And that'll run from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening.
Okay. Now I want to speak again to those young voters just turned 18. You registered already, and this is your very first time going to the polls. The POLLS. Okay. Let's be clear. There are going to be people there. They will assist you. So if you are afraid, I remember when I first voted, I didn't go with anyone. I just went, I'm grown. This is what I'm doing. And I was like, okay, I knew who I wanted to vote for. Then I got there and was like, wait. And then all these people came up giving me all these gifts like ink pens, fingernail files. Now they're giving out hand sanitizer. Thank you very much. But I'm still voting for who I'm voting for. So don't feel obligated to vote for those people that gave you the gifts, honestly. And if, like I said, if you have a question, they are there to help. People are going to help you. Even when you first walk into the door, they'll ask you if you need assistance. Versus some places you'll go and you see this table up there and they're like, okay, come on, next. Just let them know this is my first time voting. Then they'll guide you, okay? Because sometimes the people don't know. I took my children, we did it together so that they weren't lost and wasn't like I was. If you feel like I'm still nervous, Mel, I don't know if I want to go by myself. I don't, because sometimes when you don't know, you're like, forget it. Maybe I'll do it next time. Do it today, but find somebody that votes in your family. I hope all y'all vote and ask to go with them so that you could see the process. I want to tell you this, though. You cannot have any candidate's name on your clothes. So, like, don't be at the house ironing a T-shirt that say "Write in Ted Brown" because they're not going to let you in unless you put a jacket on, okay?
That is true.
So you cannot have any candidate's name or anything like that going into the polls. All right? I thank you for coming on and explaining that process. But I do have a pet peeve, and I feel like Nate the Agitator. Nate, you got a question? All right, I'm gonna bring the Agitator on. Look.
All right. I seen his name.
Just the name. I don't know. I have no idea why they call me that personally. But yeah, you know, you don't have to worry about me trying to get written in because my first thing is bring back the cracks. And you know, parents nowadays don't want their kids getting hit, and so that'd be a bad place for me because I hit kids. So
Look at him. He back to the Nate the Agitator.
It worked.
So go ahead. I can't hear you. Go ahead. Wait a minute. Let me see. Go ahead.
you can't hear me,
We can't hear him.
right?
Let's see what's happening.
There we go.
You can't hear me?
Ah,
You know what? How about go out and then come back in? Oh, he can't hear me for me to say
backstaging and bring him back.
it.
Hi, my name is Nate, and I will be running for the kids, where my motto is "Whoop them kids."
Oh God. Go ahead.
Hey, we crack them at our.
Seriously. Nick, how do you feel about anybody being on the ballot or on the school board? You got it?
As long as they are doing their efforts are put forth towards the betterment of the children and their education. Like it's all about the kids. It's about their education, getting the proper education.
Education as in what? Schoolwork, or education as in real life? There's a difference.
All of the above.
There is, and we'll get a little more deep into that as we carry on with the show. I'm trying to
bring back the cracks.
Mm-hmm. You said honestly, discipline, when he says bring back the cracks for the listening audience, discipline is, you don't have to physically discipline.
Well, guess what?
No. At home, you can do what you do and then go to jail. But in the school system, we have to focus on teaching the child. But when you have discipline helps. And discipline is not all physical. Right. But now you can't even like chastise a child. And not even that you want to, or talk to them in a stern voice. What do you think, Nick?
No, you can't, because then you have those parents that don't say nothing to my child. Like if there's a problem, you come to me. But are you going to rectify the problem? Sometimes it's the parents. That's why the children act the way they do. Sometimes, I'm not saying all, but sometimes it is the parents. They're mimicking the kids are mimicking their parents' attitudes. So no, you can't chastise a child. You can't try to correct them, because then either A, the child gonna cuss you out and they had to learn from somewhere, or B, here come the parent ready to fight.
Right.
And they want it in pajamas and slippers. So yeah, it makes it hard. And I kind of understand. It makes it hard for the educators. It does.
Okay. We're in business.
That's
They have. Now, Nate, if we know you got grands, your grandchild is in school, does it matter who is on the school board? What?
Yes, it matters who's on the school board. But with the way things are, nothing's getting done. I mean, we know that the thing, the how it's going isn't working. We still have don't touch my baby, this, that, and there. There's no standard of discipline. So I can't have a standard of discipline, but yet I want you to learn this pre-calculus. I can't tell you or verbally abuse you or verbally anything, let alone give you a crack. They're not scared of anything.
Did you say verbally abuse?
Yeah. Listen, I drove school kids. I mean, elementary school kids to school on the school buses. I work for the school buses, and they verbally abuse me. There's a 4-year-old girl that I want to put hands on, but she knows there's no standard, so she's gonna do what she wants. Mm-hmm. So it's not working, but yet you get mad when I say, "Hey, boop, beat them up," because guess what? Where they put them, there's going to be a lot of physical touch there, a lot of unwanted physical touch. But guess what? Oh no, you shouldn't put them in there. They're bad. Put them in there. Okay. Now, when I wanted to critique them and set a level of discipline, I'm the bad guy. So I don't mind being the bad guy. I'll be your bad guy, but I'll show you results.
And that's the voice of the people, Nate the Agitator.
Hey, hashtag bring the cracks back. Bring back the crack.
He talk about the paddling.
They know. But I mean,
everybody know that. Listen. Okay, let's go to the comments. Let me hit the chat. Kids have too many rights these days. So how you expect a teacher to teach?
Down, Cornelius. Sit down. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Jack Jackson.
Oh, gosh. All right. I wanted to hear what they had to say. I understand that that's a lot. I want to bring this up with the politics. That is a pet peeve of mine. And it was also a question that I was inboxed when I explained that you were coming on. They were shocked. It was like, you don't even do politics. They put my words. I said, you're right. When people are running for office, they go to the churches and they may trick, for the air quotes for the listening audience, trick the people into getting their votes, because it's a lot of different ones that come. And then after they get elected in, shaking your hand, hey, da-da-da-da, they get elected in, we don't see them anymore. They don't come back to visit. It's just, thank you for your vote, deuces. What would you say to someone who, well, actually, it was a question, that asked that question to not get discouraged?
I feel the same way you do, because I've actually, this was some years ago, John McNally was running for mayor, and might have been between when the commissioner and mayor. And I was in the bowling league, and he came to the bowling alley and soliciting for votes. And I told him this myself. I'm like, I'm sick and tired of seeing politicians show up at the bowling alley, our lodges, our churches, to make these promises, and then you do not see them no more for at least another 4 years when it's time to run again. that's just the nature of politics, unfortunately. What I will say is this: Tito Brown and Renee DeSalvo is probably the two candidates who are currently running who I see throughout the year. I commend them for at least showing their faces when it's not campaign time or campaigning. They will come to, like Renee DeSalvo, she will come to our church services several times throughout the year. And I know she's at other places because they make sure that it's on social media so that you know. You know, it's those individuals who you don't ever see until it's time to campaign. They make their promises, and unless you go to that particular meeting that they're holding, if they are elected, you don't see them no more. In my case, I've been in the community. I'm always out in the community as I belong to, well, I belong to the Elks. So on occasion, I still go there. I belong to at least a half a dozen organizations, which are very visible, as well as you'll see me on church. At church, you'll see me online. I share information. So I think what I do, I'm not running to all these churches around here, trying to get people to vote for me. I think if you know me or you know my history, my background, that speaks for itself. Every event that's held in this area, maybe 60% of them, I do attend because our church supports so many churches, individuals, organizations. Being a part of Community Mobilization Coalition, that's 25 minority organizations. And if you attend our meetings on a regular, you know who I am. 25 organizations, if they have a minimum of 20 members, that's over 500 people. If they reach 5, that's roughly 2,500 people that can vote for me, and that's enough for me to win. So that's the way I look at it, like that. I'm
We
not
just got to
just
make sure that
someone.
people get out and go and don't give up or look at the time and be like, well, it's 6:30. I don't want to wait in the line, but understand the importance of voting. I am big on that. Please exercise your right.
Yeah, politics is local. A lot of people think politics is just on a national or state level. Politics begins locally.
That's the most important.
That's because
That
it
affects
affects
you
that
directly.
affects your life every single day. Whether it's the hiring the police officers, firefighters, you want the street plowed in the wintertime. It's a quality of life issue. It's local. It affects you more so than the state and the national politics. Because your taxes is set up here in the county or in the city, whether you payroll taxes or sales tax. It's just politics is very important, especially locally. I can remember, if you recall, I believe it was 8 years ago, when Donald Scott, he's a retired police officer, ran against Barsha Adamsack over in the 7th Ward. He lost by 1 vote. 1 vote he lost. So every vote counts. Don't listen to these naysayers, what I call ignorant people who do not know any better. Your vote matters and it counts.
All right. I need you to get that out. Right in, Ted Brown.
Yes, yes.
Right. You just came. You was like, when so-and-so came, I said, well, spill the tea right in, Ted Brown. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yes, it's, like I said, it's been a little difficult, but out of everyone who's running, I'm the only one who actually had a plan coming in.
I was going to ask you that. What is your plan?
Okay, if you got time, I'll go over it.
We got 3. Can you surmise it to 3? Brilliant.
Want to focus on student success, family engagement, and safe schools. My first priority is academic excellence and student achievement. So we want to raise student performance and prepare graduates for college, career, and life. The action steps is expand literacy and math interventions in all grades, provide tutoring, mentoring, and after-school enrichment programs, strengthen teacher training and retention. Want to increase state proficiency scores by 10% within 3 years. 85% on-time graduation rate, 20% participation in dual enrollment and advanced placement courses. Priority number 2, family and community engagement. You need the family, you need community engagement. Want to build trust and strengthen partnerships with parents, families, and the community. Want to launch a parent academy and create a parent advisory council. Host monthly community forums, improve communication tools, partner with local churches, our local university and businesses for mentorship, internships, and scholarships. And my last priority is safe, supportive, and equitable schools. We want to achieve that by expanding anti-bullying programs. And Nate said something, and this actually fits into my priority. Restorative justice practice. I understand the behavior issues that we are experiencing, not only on buses, but in the schools, and it makes it difficult for the teacher to actually teach. So we need to bring in like parent teacher aides. So the teacher aide can deal with the disruption in the class and will actually free up the teacher to do what they've been hired to do, and that is to teach. But we want to increase access to counselors. We need social workers in our schools. We need mental health resources because our kids are going through a lot. Also grow career pathway programs, college prep, STEM programs, those type of things. But both those is my 3 priorities that I'm focusing on. And like I said, no one has a plan. I have a plan. It's written out. You can see it on the back of my flyers. I also got stacks of papers that I've been doing research on, and I'm doing the homework.
And you know the public is happy that you're doing the homework because with this microwave society that we have now, everything is go, 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 and people don't have time. So here you have, and on Shop Talk with Mel brought it to you. So if you got the time and you're watching the show and you can't go out there in the streets and see or don't feel like reading, you can always listen to Write In Ted Brown. All right. Write In Ted Brown running for school board. You guys get out there, vote. Listen, just as Nick the voice said, it matters. Nate the agitator said, it matters for their offsprings. Who is running the school? Who are making these rules? Are you making these rules from outside? Or are you actually going in? Some people that's on the school board, a lot of us don't know. Only their family know them. Okay, well, we're going to vote. Well, why did you vote? I voted because that's my cousin's cousin that was dancing in the basement. Remember the party? So I voted for him. They said, vote for this guy. I voted. However you get out there, vote. But again, some of those people just their family know, and it's like that's that family, and they'll go out there and they'll get that vote. So Write In Ted Brown. Remember that. Write In Ted Brown. They're going to be calling everybody, hey, Write In Ted Brown.
Hey, that's fine. Because you know, I'm a retired firefighter. I served the city of Youngstown. I fought fires for 30 years. And most people know me as Ted the fireman. Now, this will be a little different.
Uh-huh.
Be a little different. It won't be Ted the fireman. It'll be Ted the school board member.
Right. Right.
So we're saying it and we're claiming it. And then for some of those who think that they may not be able to remember, like I said, I have palm cards, I have flyers, but Youngstown Warren Black Caucus does endorsements.
Okay.
And this is a list of who the Youngstown Warren Black Caucus endorsed. And if you look at the top of the list, you'll see my name, Ted Brown. You can take this into the voting booth with you. use this here, mark your candidates, and that's a good way to remember voting for me.
All right. Write in Ted Brown. Get a yellow card, that fluorescent. I think we talked about that on the show before. Didn't we, Nate? Talk about that card? Go ahead. What you got?
He's muted.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about that card and how everything is on there, and if you can't remember, you can be like, okay, this is what I'm actually going by. Now, if there are those who they don't feel like, I don't want people telling me who to write in, and be like, oh, I seen this guy on Shop Talk. You got to remember, let's put it to music. Write in Ted Brown. Write in Ted Brown. So just keep
you just need a good hook on that. That's
I need a track. So write in Ted Brown if you want somebody who cares. And I'm gonna add this real quick. There is Brenda Kimball, and I hear her name. A lot of people don't know her story, and I see the similarities, and the similarities that I see is the fact that you are approachable. You could come up and speak to you. So even writing in Ted Brown, being on the board, you could still see him out. He said he's on different organizations and speak. And that's what I get with Brenda Kimball. A lot of people don't know that she started off, she was a parent that went to meeting parent-teacher conference like we all do, and then was in there. Actually, she was at a lot of those parent-teacher conferences, going up at school board meetings, boom, 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 starting from the bottom. Now we're here. And a lot of people had an issue. We're talking way back elementary. She had adult children. So she started at the base, being involved in the elementary schools that her children were in as they were in it. So you have a parent turned president of the school board and still a member now.
Mm-hmm.
So going through those steps, those stripes were earned. And that's what I liked about her. That yes, you were a parent like me. You've seen some things that needed to happen, and you stepped in and you said, okay, let me go ahead and run. So truly caring and not using the school board. I got y'all, not using the school board as a stepping stone to becoming
other political
mayor or something else. Like, do you really care? And I could say that right in Ted Brown truly cares. Thank you so much for coming in. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
I was going to say about Brenda Kimball. Where's she at right now on the current school board, the way it is currently? She's a voice by herself.
I agree.
If you see, a lot of people don't understand, this just didn't start the problems that we have with the Youngstown City Schools. This is a 30-year plus problem. But what really made it worse is when the state passed House Bill 70 in the middle of the night. The original House Bill 70 was designed to actually help families and students throughout the state of Ohio. And they changed the whole entire bill overnight, which to this day, we still don't know how it was legally done, because you need to have 3 hearings on the bill. And this actual bill did have 3 hearings, but what was in the original bill was changed. Mm-hmm. But they came under the control of the state and the CEOs. CEOs was appointed to replace the superintendent. The CEOs did what they wanted to do. There's so much wrong that has been done these past 10 years. We don't have enough time to go over everything. But just if you go back and just look at some of the Vindicator reports of how they spent $5 million plus for a broadband service, which they cannot use. And that broadband equipment is just sitting on the floor of the transportation garage.
Oh, they moved it from the chill can. Let me be quiet. Okay. Okay.
Or, how do you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars COVID test kits and everything that they was giving away free. But you go and you buy it? Are you serious? The CEOs is making over $200,000 a year. That's not including the $10,000 bonuses they was getting. And then they hired their friends and family, like chief of transportation.
You spilling too much tea. Right in, Ted.
I don't have enough time to tell the foolishness that was going on. You know, they went from one person making six figures initially, which was the superintendent. That last count, there was like over 31 people that was making over six figures. You know, inflation wasn't that bad that you have people in positions that they cannot even tell you what their job is. You know, so those are the things I want to stop. I want to hold people accountable. Right now, we do have a superintendent who's trying to do some good things, but then you have a school board who I think is not fulfilling their roles as they should, not trying to finger point at any one person or whatever, but we need to change in the city of Youngstown, and I'm committed to bringing about that change. Now, there's several people that is on the school board. I'm just one person. So what I'm telling you, I have to sell to the current school board as well, whoever is there starting in 2026. But that's what I plan on doing. I'm speak for the children. I'm gonna speak for the parents. I'm gonna speak for the community. I'm gonna speak for the stakeholders. As Mel told you, I am accessible. You can walk up to me. Just don't come at me with no foolishness, because I will not tolerate foolishness. But anything else, I'm with you.
All right, there you have it. Thank you so much for coming on. Remember, vote November the 4th. Write in Ted Brown. Now, early voting has started.
Yes.
And again, if you go to a church you new to the voting system, and you're in a church, they have souls to the polls, as he stated earlier, or find somebody that vote and go with them. Take a friend. Was that the buddy system? I remember we used to do that. Do they still have that? Where,
I don't know about the buddy system, but I'm going to say, even if you cannot find a ride to the polls, if you call 330-747-2125, tell them you need a ride to the polls, and they will send you somebody to drive you to the polls so you can vote.
Oh, wait. One more time. Say that.
330-747-2125.
All
747-2125. That will, you tell them who answers the phone, tell them that you need a ride to the polls. They will come pick you up and take you to go vote.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Where my lovely co-host at? Any questions?
Thank you.
Any questions for Write In Ted Brown?
No.
I don't have to put him on mute. Hold on, y'all.
I feel caved in. Yeah, after we win, Ted, Mr. Brown, I'll be your bad guy. You can put it on me, man. Just hire me
That's
on.
why he was on mute.
You know what?
Low six figures, and I'll be the bad guy. Why'd you crack little Leroy? Because little Leroy needed crack. That's why we did it. You live with him. You know how bad he is. I
did say we have to have the proper restorative justice. Those are
big words, but yeah.
Yeah, it's big words. But Nate, I'm old school.
Me too.
Right? I know how I was raised, how I was brought up. If I got in trouble in school, I got in trouble when I got home. Yep. My parents, both my mother and my father, my mother more so than my father, they were in the schools. I can tell you about my mother being the PTA president in my school, or I would commit her to bake for my class or whatever, My mother and my father both attended parent-teacher conference, and if they heard something in that room before we got home, we may have been in the hallway. We got
Take that with you.
Our children are raising children. It begins at home. So we need actually some mentoring classes for our parents, especially a lot of our single parent households who may be working 2 jobs or 3 jobs. Now, you've got a 10-year-old who got to come home. Hopefully there's some food in the house, and he in turn or she in turn will have to prepare food for their siblings who are younger. There's a whole lot that needs to be done, not only in the schools, but even in our homes. So I wanted to just be that voice for not only the children, first and foremost, but even our teachers, our parents, our community, because our kids is our today as well as tomorrow. And we need them to be successful contributors to society. And it begins in the schools.
All right. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You
I
gave
was
so
shocked.
much more.
Mel wants me on her show.
Yes.
That's to me, that's big time. That's better than being on 21, 27, 33.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Because you speak to our community directly. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I got you. I got you 110%. And that's facts. And you can say what you want and I won't cut it up.
Good enough. I appreciate you. Appreciate what y'all doing. Keep up the good work. God bless. And tell everybody, write in Ted Brown.
That's right. I used to be a firefighter too, so I know.
Okay.
In East Cleveland, Beirut.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're not talking about Cleveland. We're at home.
We're going to have to hook up so we can talk.
We'll talk.
We're talking, we housekeeping. We're talking about Youngstown.
Right. This is our offline conversation, offline.
All right. Listen to this here. How do you feel about what's happening right now? You said you were a bus driver, which we know you are.
Mm-hmm.
With the back talk, y'all don't have bus aides anymore?
Yeah. I was a bus aide and, bus driver. I picked it up because I was laid off between seasons. So I say, hey, well, let me go ahead and get this. And the kids need a good, strong role model. But then when you find out you can't touch them, you can't call them out their name, you can't do nothing, they just run the show. They know they run the show. So they're not going to listen to anything you got to say.
That's tragic. You need to get your own ride then.
No, we have to appease the children and we have to make sure they graduate. I'm like, listen, I'm not doing nobody's homework. I didn't do my homework when I was a kid. You think I'm going to do that? But I mean, the catering they do for these children, it's not helping at all. It's not.
Mm-mm.
Nate, what is this photo? Wait a minute, 1 second. Nate, what is this photo that you put up?
His last name was Brown. You remember in barbershop? Come on, low blow. That's the first thing I thought of. Vote for low blow.
Right in, Ted Brown. He plays like
all out of love. It was all out of love, TB.
Oh, that's bad.
Wow. He playing Tony too much.
Not with the skunk hair.
Come on, low blow. Sit down, have a seat.
He playing Tony too much.
The jokes write themselves. That wrote itself.
That wrote it. Right in, Ted Brown. There you go.
Right in, Ted Brown. Come on.
Okay, I got to get to this shop talk question of the week. Do either of you believe, and in the chat, I want to know, that children working, living at home, should pay bills, should help their parents pay bills?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, what about you, Nick?
I don't think they should, but that's a good way to start them out, teach them how to pay bills. Maybe give them a bill, like don't make it a requirement, but you're like teaching them.
I
Ah,
was I was required to pay the water bill as soon as I started cutting grass for Gary Cramp.
not Gary Crumb.
Yeah, hey.
Oh no.
My little $200 a week went on. Some of them went to that water bill per
But
month.
wait, how old were you?
I just started driving 16.
Okay, I guess.
Responsibility don't wait on nobody, and if you learn it young, it'll follow you. So my dad was like, "Oh, hey, you can have this bill." I'm like, "But father, I'm a child. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that." Responsibilities. So hey, my son and daughter, as soon as they work, they got a bill. My daughter's was the cable bill at the time, but yeah,
Now
immediately.
let me say this. Y'all know I differ. I believe something totally different. But I did give this advice to my little cousin. I said, listen, she wanted a job. Everybody, you want a job. I told her, I said, understand what you're saying. Because once you get one job, you have to continue. There is no, I got a job and now I don't work. Because they're going to be like, when you get in a job? Well, when you getting another job? It's going to constantly go. So once you start and open up that can of worms, know that your parents going to expect you to have a job. I don't think that, like you said, but you're a male, so it's going to be different between males and females.
Preparing the child for the world.
Mm-hmm.
Keep protecting them from the world. That's what y'all do.
Y'all heard Nate the Agitator? He said women protect children from the world. Men
Prepare them.
prepare children for the world.
Hey, I like to walk around and knew too much for you to be living with me when you get older. Get out there. And the water's shallow here, so because all I got is the water bill. Because once you leave here, oh, Mr. Rent's gonna visit you, Mr. Internet bill, Mr. Electric, car note, car insurance, all of them people are gonna be there for you. And if you don't know nothing about none of it, they'll swallow you whole. But hey, I cheated on my water bill. I cussed it out. I fought it. It's still loyal. It's still there every month. There's nothing I can do to get away from her.
See, I don't think children, I'm with you, Nick, but that's us, females.
Right.
I don't think that they should have to pay bills. Now, here's the thing. Do I think responsibility? Yes. So if you're not paying bills, I expect a decent amount of money in your savings account.
Right.
I expect that. I don't think that your child should have to come home from school doing homework and paying the electric bill. I just don't.
Okay.
But that's me. I think a child should be a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they become an adult, they don't have those responsibilities of, boom, you have to do A, B, C, and D. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. And that's why when I hear us say, I didn't have a financial literacy. Excuse me? If you were paying bills as a child, there was financial literacy. Now, I'll say this. If your mother put a utility in your name,
nope.
That's not financial literacy.
That's wrong.
Well, I guess, look, when you get older, you'll realize the financial literacy. Don't do that to your own because your mama jacked your credit up at the age of 7.
Yeah, how I got a 602 credit score?
But seeing that to me is wrong. That to me is wrong because you see the age that they was. Come on now, like, but these creditors don't care. Like, these were children. They have documented proof that they was a baby. Babies don't pay bills. So how are you still trying to make that stick?
Listen, they're not doing it now because you got to go through so many hoops and you have to give them information. But back in the day, we had a whole conversation about it. Back in the day, they just needed a name and a social security number.
Mm-hmm. And I thank my parents that I never really had a bill before I was able to have a job.
Before you could read.
Well, that's still debatable now.
Hey, but everybody was happy to have their name on mail. And I was having this conversation. I said, I don't remember. Oh, I got some mail. It's a whole bill. I just remember letters from Santa that had my name. I'm like, okay. I don't know how people could do that, but they were surviving.
Right. In survival mode, you have to do some stuff you don't want to do. But I mean, it's survival mode. And if you can avoid it, I would say, yeah, don't do that. But my dad, hey, you contribute. You live here, you contribute. So, and I mean, the water bill was once every 3 months or something back then. For some reason, it was different, but it wasn't expensive. He gave me the lowest bill in the house.
Well, that was because it was once every 3 months. Now it's every month, but it's like $1,000.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How can you survive?
Well, yeah, it was a learn. Oh, I hated it when he gave it to me. Come on, man. Come. But as an adult, I understand the method and the madness and what he was preparing me for. So me being mad at him or not liking him, he didn't care about that. It wasn't about his feelings or how I felt. It was the lesson that I had to grow up and be a man and do. And to this day, I know, hey, listen, there's certain things that you have to do whether you like it or not. And it started with my 16-year-old water bill. You got a job? Okay, well, shoot, you can help out, take some of the logs off of my back.
At least you weren't 12.
Yeah, it's child laws. But I mean, he gave me a car. So.
And look at all the work. You're cutting grass and say you're 12, 14, because that's about the average age for a little boy. And I take your money that you worked for.
Somebody gonna take it.
I hear you. I knew you was gonna say that.
Gonna take it.
One. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yes, but you will. hey, once the wax on and wax off works for so long, it's gonna come to you when you get older. Oh, I didn't see it, and these kids don't see it. I'm mean, but when that wax on, their styles are sweet. And that's what men do. Fathers do.
Okay. Fathers do. I guess you do need two in the household because you got to get that balance.
That balance.
Interesting.
But both of my parents agreed on me crack him and sit him home. Oh no. It was a double downer. So I didn't do certain things because I knew there was something to pay. There was something to pay. And just like when you go out in the school, I can talk all the mess I want to Nick, but at some point, she's going to swing on me.
Okay.
But there's a level. In prison, there's certain things you can't do because the accountability is, let me touch you a little bit. So you got to learn that immediately. Everywhere you go, the world does not cater to me. I have to follow rules everywhere I go. And as soon as I know, hey, listen, I don't want to deal with those consequences, I won't do that. But these kids have no consequences, and y'all don't want to give them consequences. Don't touch my baby. Someone's going to touch your baby because you ain't going to be with him all the time.
But we don't want them to touch him while they at the house.
Okay.
That's us. That's why you have to have that balance.
You're
but
right.
speaking of paying these bills, how do you like the fact that the rent will be going down? And when I said it started from the West Coast coming this way,
it's 4 years.
Rent's going down because families are going back to their families. We're moving on. We're coming back. We moving in, Nick. We moving in, Nate.
No, I gave my daughter my house. Here, you can have it. Don't move in with me. The last thing I want to do is wake up with you in the house.
Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here.
I want my kids to move in with me.
You do? Why? To have somebody else to blame instead of you. That's what Courtney. I told Courtney. I was like, you don't need a roommate because all you want to do is blame the roommate on what you got going on.
Listen, as an adult, I have certain kinks.
I don't want nobody. Don't move in with me.
I have certain kinks that I don't need my kids being privy to.
Listen, my kids already know how I am. They be like, "Mama,
That's too much. That's too much.
Y'all wrong.
I don't want them stopping my kinks or, hey, I got to be quiet. Hey, you got to clean up all that grease. Yeah, no, I don't need all that. If they get their own.
Wait, not y'all P. Diddy in it.
No.
Oh,
Mine is
What grease, Nate the
it's
agitator?
called,
What
it's called
grease?
the natives right nipple grease. Because when I'm right a lot, I start chafing. So I need my own grease to stop the chafing because I'm usually right.
Okay, your Royal Crown or that
Anyway.
Ultra Sheen.
Anyway,
They are going down because families are going back home. So what's happening is that these properties that they built new ones too in Atlanta. They said the top 3 floors are empty in one complex. So what they're offering is a 14% decrease in rent, 3 months free. Okay, that's what they're offering at this particular place. 3 months free and no security deposit. Boom. That's over there. That's in Atlanta. Texas, several places in Texas are doing away with the Airbnbs because what they're deciding to do is just forget that, rent it for a little bit, just going on either moving back in or putting up the property. Now, it was winning during COVID. And then you look at it, you go like, well, we can rent a house instead of renting a hotel. But people aren't traveling anymore the way the economy is. So they are losing. And it's coming on across slowly but surely. So these people who decided to price gouge and increase the rent, especially here, guess what? Ohio about to go because a lot of places are vacant. And they're like, we're just trying to get people in. Here's this deal.
Right. Vegas is begging you. They'll fly you in and put you in a hotel and feed you just to come.
Just
And especially what's the one in Jersey? Jersey City, the other gambling spot. But I mean, ain't nobody going. They'll sit home and play gamble on their phone and everything. The price they've inflationed us out of the whole game.
They did.
That's going food and I'm scared of next month in November when they don't send out what the stamps and stuff. What does that look like? You know what I mean?
So no stamps.
right.
What do you mean? What stamps?
The food acquisition, the card, or back in my day, they came in a book with the stamps, with the staple.
Food stamps.
Yeah.
You get ice cream and stuff that you can't get anymore.
Well, now they're not even giving them to you because the government is sit down. So I'm scared. Oh, Thanksgiving is going to be veganed out.
Okay, let me explain this though. They are giving it to them.
Oh.
They are getting it. A lot of them got cut back. But what you are not allowed to do, and I know this for a fact, go on and put them little W's up there on that conveyor belt.
No.
Stamps ain't paying for it. Yeah, Big Deborah, you ain't getting no Big Deborahs.
Oh, this
Big
is the worst
Deborah
show. This is the worst news I've ever heard.
So snacks.
But you know what? I found out because even sometimes, like for like certain stores, fruit. Like I went to go get some grapes one day, and they charged me for the grapes. Hold up, what you doing? Oh, and like I went to this is from part of your program. This is when I was in tech. No, because I just bought these like last week or the week before. Like, what are you doing? So even with certain fruit, certain things, they definitely are like, nope, you got to pay for that.
And you could just get it. But guess what? As of this particular person, I want to say 2 weeks ago, they thought they was going to get, snacks. It's a little treat for the baby. You got your food and you got your snacks. Well, honey, you got to pay cash for those snacks but I already warned y'all. Mel warned you.
It's truly a sad day in America. It's truly a sad day in America.
It is not. It is not because that cheap juice, that stuff is bad for them. So I think they're breaking down like they did with how WIC, you only can get certain things off of the WIC coupon, women, infant, and children. Now with the government food stamps, here you're going to go, this is what it's going to be. You can get some food, but you will not be able to get all this sugar content. If you want it, if you want to poison your babies and give them all that sugar ioditis, as my grandmother used to call it, you want
sugar-ioditis.
Then you spend your hard-earned money on that junk.
What about Cool Ranch Doritos? Can I get those?
No, probably not. You can't get none of that stuff. It's over. Now, I'm wondering, I think in 2026 is when the Section 8 for newcomers where it starts at the 2 years. Baby, don't even unpack the box, or don't hang not nan photo, because you're not gonna be there long. You are not going to be there long. Some people feel as though it helps. It helps when you get a good job, but as soon as you get that good job, it's going to go up too. So are you really helping
The market.
people? I don't think it's like helping, honestly. It's keeping them off the street at this moment, but you can't get ahead to say, okay, I saved some money, so now I can go ahead and do my thing. Hard to do.
Well,
It's hard out here.
yeah, but I mean, they're making it harder on Americans when they're spending billions over the seas. I mean, that's Section 8. We don't have the market to facilitate $1,000 of rent. Where can you work in Youngstown area to where you can afford $1,000 rent?
But
We
the
don't have
rent
the
is
industry.
$1,000.
We don't have the industry for it. So what are they planning on doing?
And not even just here, in different areas.
Right.
Don't know. But guess what I got for y'all lovely people who can go in your closet and see what the fashions are for this fall,
The fall fashion.
2025. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I need some.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, this gonna be it because I got something for the men too.
Oh, okay. Now I feel better.
We got something for the men. Let me get a sound effect. Let's see. Camera. Oh, let's see here. Real loud, y'all can hear this camera. Let's go. Take a picture. It is the pop of red. Red is the color this fall. Pop of red. So now I am going to say this. Fellas, do not wear the pop of red shoes because you got to have a pop up with the red up top. You'll be looking like a clown.
But I got the ones with the sparklies on it. You know what I mean?
Okay. You can have the ones with the sparkle.
Ronald McDonald pluses.
So a pop of red is that if you get a red scarf, boom, a red bag, you got it. With whatever color that you choose to wear. Now, turtlenecks back in. Everybody's focusing on this area. Headshots. Mel, what you talking about? The neck, the headshots. Like I said, the pop of red with the scarf. It's the neck up. This is what's mattering anymore. The shoulders up, neck up. So I'm the top of the shoulders trying to help y'all out. Okay, for the listening audience, it's all about the face. Okay. Also, brown, monochrome brown.
That's not Cleveland brownish, is it? Monochrome, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Monochrome brown is. I'm trying to see it. Oh, y'all can't see in here. Look it up. Monochrome brown is the color. Browns always are the color during the fall. And I know you're like, yeah, this is what we do. But here's the thing. It's different browns. So say if I got like a pair of dark brown slacks, I could do a light brown shirt. I could do a medium brown scarf because the scarves is back in. We talking to Miss Roper. Remember Miss Roper used to wear them scarves? But here's the thing, solid and printed. If you're going to rock a printed scarf, make sure everything else is solid blocks. That's what we're doing. Mm-hmm. It's the block colors, okay? So different browns, they all go together. All right, you sit there and be like, oh, I got this tank top or this turtleneck, but it doesn't match this brown. Separated with a belt, you got your block colors, okay? Lingerie.
Hey.
Lingerie is it. The lingerie dressing. I know some of y'all are like, these girls don't wear no clothes anyway. It is the lingerie nightgowns. That silk or that satin, that's what they're wearing out and they putting the pump on it. Now, that's a little risque for me. Yeah. I wouldn't do it.
Correct. Very good.
Okay. And of course, 24/7, you could rock the sequins.
Whoa.
Now, Nate talked about the sequins. He said he got little sparkles on the boots. I'm going to get to the men in a second. The sequins, whatever. If you got a sequins boot, you could put it on. Let me tell you what I saw, and it was bad. I saw a sweatsuit. I saw a girl with a sweatsuit, a hoodie with some sequins cowboy boots.
Okay.
I know you're like, wait a minute. Well, how was that? The neck up, people. The neck up. Face was beat. Hair was on point. And what did she dress it up with? Mrs. Roper's scarf. And it took it. Now, the hoodie that she had on, it was a zip up. And when she unzipped it, it was a sequins tank top. So she took something that we know we just running and chilling with and turned it into something totally different. And the jogging suit, she tucked the bottom of the jogging suit where the elastic is usually at inside the boot. Bang. Totally different. It's cold. And it was taupe. That was the color of the suit. The jogging suit. So it was taupe. So I'm helping you out, Nate, for your girl. Country coded. Flannel, flannel, flannel. And the jeans. That's it. Put a lid on it. Boom. Neck up. What you doing with the top? You could put a lid on there. Any type of lid. Any type of lid. The best lid that's going on right now for the ladies is the Kangol, the snaps. Remember we used to do the snaps, boom to the side? That looks great with a flannel shirt and some jeans. No belt. No belt with the jeans and the flannel shirt. You just got to pull it up, okay? Pull those jeans up. It gives you the look that you want. Now, let me help you. Get a larger size shirt. And even if you wear a tank or a turtleneck, go up a size. So when it's tucked in and the jeans, they'll lay flat. Even if you have a tummy, you won't see that muffin top. Why? Because you're not belting it. So it's not boom, pushed up. So the no belt is in with the flannel. You could wear a cowboy boot. You could wear a sequins cowboy boot. You could just wear a sequin shoe. Whatever you like or none at all. Rock the steel toes. But you got to remember that, boom, snap hat. I don't have any right now in my presence, but I wish I did. I would have grabbed it from the closet. Also, when you deal with the color combinations, that's another thing here. Whatever color you choose to wear, watch this. I have on this gray. This gray shirt that I have on is a contrast to Nate the Agitator has on the yellow. Nick has on the pink, fuchsia. You can rock that fuchsia shirt with some, well, yellow is going out because it's the fall, with a yellow bag. You see this gray shirt that I have on? Let's say that's a pair of jeans because it's just neutral. It's just a contrast. Throw that on with some jeans. Oh, Nate's shirt is orange, and when he sits back, is that a mood shirt?
Yeah, that's a flip. You know the flip flop paint jobs.
Okay.
I just rocking the flip flop.
Flip flop paint job.
I got it all covered.
You got it all covered. Okay, when he's sitting in the camera, it's a yellow shirt. When he leans back, it's orange. It's a mood.
Flip flop. If I turn to the side, it'll go purple, but I don't want to show off.
You don't want to show off? Don't show off. We'll say that for next week. Save it, save it, save it. But you can use those block colors, any color. So it is considered the curious color combination is what they are calling that. So with that curious color combination, wear what you want, but remember what I said. Block. Block colors mean solid. So don't hit it with no prints. If you hit it with prints, you might have a problem. Unless you have a scarf and it has all those colors in it. All right. I gave you your fashion, but now for the men. Fellas, go to your grandfathers or your uncles or even your dad, depending on the age bracket. But if you are under 20, don't go to your dad's closet. Go to your granddad's closet. The Civil Right Blazers is back. Ladies, you can rock it too. Civil Right Blazers is back. Not the whole suit, the blazer. Remember the small print squares?
I got those.
You got those? You probably do. Yes.
That's what I do.
They are back. You can rock that with solids. Let your blazer do what it do. Rock it with solid. Men, if you don't want to wear a full suit, boom. White shirt, unbutton that top collar. Civil rights suit blazer, jeans, the black shoe or brown shoe. But this is what my fellas need to know. Your shoes must match your belt. Okay, so wear what you wear, but make sure your shoes and your belt match. Now, some fellas is out here carrying Merces, the male purse. If you are into that, please make sure your Merce match your shoes and your belt. This does not go for the women.
Okay.
So this year, 2025, fashion on Shop Talk with Mel.
Don't be carrying no Merce. You heard from me. Nate the Agitator, do not go with the Merce holster thing. It's not advised from by Nate the Agitator. Those views are not advised by Nate the Agitator. Oh, you want me to say it again? The Merce. Those views are not advised by Nate the Agitator and strongly discouraged that you carry a Merce. Man up. Grow something.
Yeah, I'm gonna give brother a shout out. It be fine, and then you see him with a Merce. I'm a side eye you for real, because
Yeah.
That is not a masculine thing. That is not a masculine thing. Please don't do that. That's not.
I'm glad you brought that up. So if you see a man with a Merce,
I'm a side eye.
Do you think he gonna be borrowing yours?
Just might. That's just don't do it. Don't do it.
Watch this. Watch this. Hey, Mel, your man's Merce matched his shoes. How does that make you feel?
I'm like, okay, he together. Did he have a belt on? But I have to say that is, I get fashion. If it's in a fashion show, I got you. If you can't listen, his Merce might turn into a purse that he carrying, because I'll be to put my lip gloss, my Carmex, my eyeliner in his bag.
I got an inside jacket in my blazer. An inside pocket.
In your civil rights blazer.
In my civil rights blazer. And if you got more than this, you don't need to go. We don't need to go.
She don't need to go if it's going to look.
If it's going to bulk out my stuff when my hanky's acting funny, no, we don't need to go. I run a tight ship.
Okay. I guess. But Nick, yeah, that's a little different. It is different because I'm like, no, put what you need in here. But what happened to the wallet? What if the Merce is small like a wallet? It has to fit in your pocket?
That's it. A Merce that's that small is called a wallet. It's only called a Merce because it got the long over the shoulder.
Put a fanny pack on.
They don't have a shoulder. They got it's like a little loop. But a purse.
Oh, it's a clutch.
Oh my look! The clutch don't have anything.
That's worse,
but you know what it is. You know what it is. A clutch is a large cigarette case. Remember the cigarette cases?
Hey, here we go. I have a wallet.
Just go ahead and put a fanny pack on. If you're gonna do all that, just put the fanny pack on.
Put the fanny pack on.
Yes.
Well, that's gonna mess up the outfit.
You gotta do all that. Just use fanny pack.
It's gonna mess up the outfit. And if you put a fanny pack on,
chain.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wallet.
It goes to the belt loop.
It goes to the belt hoop. The belt hoop. You're right. So if that's a Merce, it got a gold chain.
But you put it right there.
And
you connect it to your wallet, and you loop, and you feel safe. It ain't gonna go nowhere.
Ain't nobody gonna pickpocket you,
right?
You just want to make sure no chick is kind of like rubbing on your butt, and you like smiling, and your wallet is gone. You got pickpocketed.
Right. I don't have those problems anymore. They just try to rub on my butt now, but I'm strongly against that too.
Good for you. Listen, that wallet, we're not gonna call it a Merce. Let me see your wallet with the chain. Let's see it one more time. Now, if that chain, that loop, hooked on the other side of that wallet on the other end,
there's no place to do that because I'm not getting. I'm sorry. I ain't want to get
It would be a Merce.
Okay, well, guess what? It's not. This is because I ride my Harley man thing, and I put this on here, so when I'm on my bike, I don't have to worry about losing it.
Y'all heard him. That's it.
But just don't wear no. Don't do the Merce.
That's as large as his wallet will go.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Nick's not interested in men carrying purses.
And I'm with Nick.
I'm with Nick too. Get a book bag. You got your book bag, whatever you need in that book bag. But what are you
briefcase?
A
briefcase.
Laptop. Only time I carry a book bag or my briefcase.
But what are you putting in there like that? You have to utilize
Exactly.
your space for immerse. Like,
Thank you.
what's all in there?
Thank you. Your lip gloss to keep your lips popping. What?
Your CarMax?
I'm just saying.
That's what she wanted to know.
I'm just.
The people want to know.
I do want to know what y'all putting in there. Lip
I
gloss.
have no
Y'all
idea.
gotta keep y'all little clear lip gloss. Keep your lips popping.
Well,
What?
other than,
Like
let me see, maybe.
gum, cement,
Well, your condoms can fit in your
condoms.
wallet, so that you don't need them in the purse.
But they might need the whole box. Like, is that what you putting in your purse? Like, I just want to know because like,
Most of
when
the
did
time,
we
the
get
ones they got in their
to
wallets then had a birthday or two.
Your wallet had a birthday.
No, the condoms they keep in their wallet usually have a birthday.
that? They've been in there so
It's
long.
been in there that long. It's been in there long.
See, off the hook.
But wait a minute, let me
Right.
check the expiration date before we
That
try
part.
this.
I got it. That part. Gotta have that expiration date to see if it worked. Otherwise, guess what? You gonna be
Jesus.
having. You gonna be having a souvenir. You
Yeah.
celebrating birthdays.
Name him Jesus, because I don't. How did?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Oh, did it happen? Let me tell you something. This weather is causing my allergies to do
Yeah.
How's the
every.
weather up there?
How are you guys feeling?
Like 70. It's beautiful down here. I mean, it's like perfect.
Where are you?
Cincinnati, Kentucky line.
Oh, you
The
got
Cincinnati, Kentucky, Indiana line. I'm right at the tip. That tip.
okay. All right.
Look, I used to be the one bragging about the weather. Now I'm back home, and it's like, dang. Yeah, I would be up here in 30-degree weather. What's the weather like down there, Nick? Oh, about 75, 80 degrees. Can't say that no more.
Mhm.
Oh, la. Let me let you guys know. We're going to talk about where's my theme music. Where's my theme music? Somebody get my theme music.
It wouldn't be somebody better have my money, would it?
Ding. School's in. Let's do Mel's medical moments real quick. Not going to take much of your time. A lot of people get confused between allergies versus a cold. Now, and I understand why. I definitely do. I'm going to tell you what's in common. The runny nose. You're like, okay, well, I got a runny nose. Same thing you can have when you have a cold. So allergies versus the cold. Runny nose in common. Stuffy nose is common. Sneezing is common. Itchy and watery eyes are common. The cough with allergies, sometimes. The cough with a cold, you're expected. Okay. Here's the difference. Here we're getting to the differences with the mucus. Usually with allergies, it's clear. With the cold, thick mucus. It can become yellow and green.
Boogery.
If it becomes yellow and green, guess what? You need an ATB. Go to the doctor. Get yourself an antibiotic. An ATB, okay? So that says infection. The allergies, these are similar. Feeling tired, lethargic, those are similar. Now, with the allergies, if you have a sore throat, you may have experienced a sore throat. And what that is from the runny nose, you sleep, it's post-nasal drip. But with a cold, a sore throat is common. Now, I'm not telling you guys to go ahead and diagnose yourself, but if you have mucus and you blow your nose and it's yellow, especially if it's green, infection. Now, aches and pains, allergies, you're not going to feel the aches and pains. That's uncommon. Aches and pains with a cold is common. So just know, don't flip out and be like, oh man, what's going on? I got allergies. My throat is sore. The only reason that your throat should be sore with allergies is the postnasal drip. Okay. Allergies, no fever. with cold. You may not have a fever, but if you start having a fever, you probably have yellow or green mucus. Okay. But it's not that common, honestly, to have a fever with a cold. So, what are the differences that we learn? Rewind it and listen to me again. And then you'll be able to tell what exactly is the difference between allergies and a cold. There's a lot of similarities, but remember that fever. You rarely have a fever or anything like that. And the mucus is going to be clear with allergies and thick, white, yellow, yes, or green with a cold. All right, there you have it, Mills. Medical moments, lovely people. All right. What do you have to say, Nick, about stalking?
It's it's not cool. It's something that nobody wants to go through. Make sure you call the police, file a report, save every phone call, save every text message, especially now that they can do text now numbers and you're getting different phone calls. Having somebody try to log into your email, thank God for two-factor verification, because I get a notification in my email with a code asking me. So I only have two registered devices registered to my email.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to go to those registered devices to get the code. So yeah, and then you have people like going on your social media, taking pictures, posting them on their page, or coming on the show, saying little things and
Hey,
having to get
so,
blocked.
well, you can have that. So
It's
that sounds like unwanted contact.
very much so unwanted contact.
No,
Like,
and I wanted you to elaborate a little bit on that because I know that you are experiencing that. So, and let people know that guess what? It happens to everyone.
everybody.
And there are behavioral symptoms when it comes to stalking. If you don't know if you are being stalked and you are that, I won't even say green person because you just may be a friendly person. It's like, oh, you're just being friends. There are things that you may not want. So it is unwanted contact, i.e., what Nick had actually said: repeated phone calls, text, emails, social media messages, voicemails. You'll have that. Surveillance. Surveillance is when you're looking at, oh God, what in the world? Why are you following me around, waiting at places that you go, and you might think that you're just running into somebody. I've experienced that. Where you're like, oh, I just happen to be here with the person. So they're where you are coming up, popping up at your house. It could be a friend that decides to, hey, guess what? I'm going to come over here and lightweight stalk you. Your job, coming up there, coming to the school. If you're at school, they just happen to be there on campus. So these are things that you really need to look out for. There's another one that's a behavioral symptom of stalking, and that is unwanted gifts or items. Here's the thing. This is where it gets close when you're talking gifts. Usually, if you get a gift, if Nate the Agitator decides to say, hey, Mel, I'm going to give you a gift. And I'll be like, oh, okay, it's from him. I want that. But if Nate the Agitator's friend give me a gift, I don't want your gift, depending on what it is. So you have to watch that. And when you get when you receive a unwanted gift, that would be more so like leaving it, sending it to your address, notes, any item, flowers outside, your door, and you're like, oh, I got flowers, but it's from somebody that you don't want it from. Now watch this. You may have a stalker and not know that you have a stalker, and you're looking at, oh, I got a secret admirer. Be careful with that. If you don't know, when in doubt, throw it out or leave it there or set it to the side, return the sender and say, I don't want that, because they're watching you and you don't know who they are. And you're like, okay, they're watching me, but I'm not watching them because I don't know where they are and who this person is. Another form of behavioral symptoms of stalking, which is really, you may look at it as bullying, the intimidation and threats. That's where your property may become damaged, leaving messages regarding what they gonna do to you. Like I said, there's that fine line of stalking versus bullying. And we may say, hey, they're bullying me, they tearing up my stuff. Stalking holds a harder charge. Okay, so just know that the digital intrusion, which Nick has experienced, and she spoke about that, monitoring your social media, creating fake accounts to follow you, and using technology to try to track your location. A lot of people have their location on their phones, and you may make a post. They can go in there and they can see where you are. So there's sometimes that I'll have a location and I'll push that I'm here, but I'm somewhere else. Because you don't want people to know all your whereabouts. But if you're using your Google to get you to where you're trying to go, you need it on at that time. And the invasion of privacy. Please, people, listen. If they know your personal, you got something. Let me finish this, and I'm gonna let you talk. Okay. The invasion of personal privacy, getting knowledge of your personal details that you didn't share because they're watching you, and you're like, okay, wait, huh? Knowing your family, social media, what Nick said, is dangerous because you can learn who's family, who's not. That your family member might not know that you're going through certain things and you're trying to keep it hush hush. Listen, say it, because they can gain information from a family member who may not be doing anything intentionally and thinking that you're talking to this person or whatever, and give you information. So when they gain that personal knowledge of, oh, okay, I know this, I know that, I know this, it's very dangerous with the social media. Real talk, because we have our people, we tag, we put that information, sister, who, your friends are, daughter of, aunt of, cousin of. There are people that are out there and they are wild. I gotta say this, the best thing to do it if somebody is stalking you, put them on blast. Don't keep it to yourself. We on social media, this person is boom. You can feel like you can handle it yourself, but the more people know, the more everybody's watching that individual. So I suggest you do that. If you are afraid and it gets real extensive, call the police. You can do the police first and still put it out there. If they're harassing you, that's what you do. You just put it on out there. Now,
Yeah.
right?
Now, also with the invasion of privacy, trying to get into your social media account, email accounts, even to the point of in your phone, and they're able to delete phone numbers and see whatever text messages you send to people and repeat to you what was said and what they saw or whatever. That at that point, you also have to involve the FBI, because that is considered an internet crime. That is hacking, and that is a federal offense. So now not only is the YPD, because there were 2 reports made by the other party of what's going on with YPD, I had to call because I'm on campus police. They're going to corroborate now. We also have to
I'm like, don't tell all your personal business. You might gain extras.
We are going to have to get the FBI involved as well, because the hacking has been going on since March and it's getting worse, because now this person decided to contact me, and now, yeah, I'm not. You might bully the other ones, but you're not going to bully me. Yeah, and I'm
Call it what it is. It's not bullying. It's stalking. Call it what it is.
Bullying, both. But see, and I know this person is watching because he watched everything on my page. I'm letting you know I'm not the one. We're not the two. You found the right one.
Can I ask you this question? Do you know this individual?
No. That's the bad part about it.
Okay, so you don't know where it's coming from. Okay.
There's only one person that knows him out of this going on, that actually seen this individual, and he ran up on her in the store. That's how bad this stalking part is.
Wait. Okay, wait. So you have an idea of who it is?
No, I don't.
But now you said some individual, somebody, I'm confused. I'm getting,
The stalker, another party that's being stalked, ran up
oh,
on her in the store.
okay. So she now knows who the stalker is.
She's the only one that knows what he looks like
Okay. How do you know that's the same person?
because he told her everything that goes on with us, and then he still emails her.
Okay,
She
so
relays
you
it
have
to
an
the
idea.
ex-husband.
I'm just asking, I'm trying to see a point to say to narrow down. That's what I'm trying to learn from
Yeah,
this.
she's
Like,
the only one that knows what he looks like.
okay, well, that's a good thing. So you could carry that over, especially if they're able to tell you. So she reached out to you.
No,
How
all
did
of this
who
isn't behind
told
the
you?
ex-husband.
I'm so confused now. Wait.
Exactly.
Go
All of
ahead.
this isn't behind the ex-husband. It started out with a girl stalking, and then
Okay.
she reached out to
Okay.
me.
Well, okay. We ain't putting no more out there.
Yeah,
Okay. Got you.
it's
Okay.
a lot,
So there's a connection. So you have a direction.
and I
Okay.
don't know
Because
why
I was
I'm
like,
in it.
wait a second. But we definitely need to talk about that. Now, for the stalker, I'm gonna put this out here. This is on the other side, the psychological and physical symptoms of a stalker. And actually a stalkee, the person being stalked, where maybe you don't know, but you may be experiencing these: anxiety, anger, confusion, depression, and fear for your safety. A lot of the stalkers get off on the stalkee experiencing these issues. Um, the cognitive effects would be loss of confidence, and that is for the stalkee, the person being stalked. Loss of confidence and difficulty concentrating. And I can get that because you're dealing with all the emotional part of it, anxiety, looking, is this person here? Are they going to be here? Do they consume? Are they living rent free in your head? Because that is their goal. The other physical symptoms that a stalkee, the person being stalked, may have is feeling tired, um, sick, like I just don't feel good, and find where they kind of just like, I don't feel well, I'm not going to go to work today. Now, the reason I brought those things up, because if you're feeling that and say you don't know that you're being stalked or know that it is having that much effect on you, you have to seek help. But first of all, Nick said it, file a police report first. You can't go wrong once you have that. I added, put it out there, because guess what? If I'm having somebody stalk me, if somebody put an inbox of anything that I'm not okay with, I'm not keeping your secret. If this is what you're doing to me publicly, well, let's put it out there for everybody. Because what that does, that helps me. And it gets my police station looking, which is all of you guys who watch Shop Talk with Mel. So I thank you. I'll put it out there. If you are experiencing this, have you seen this person? This person is doing this to me. Are you experiencing? That's where I am with that. Are you experiencing these things too? Guess what? The whole world is watching you. So we're going to flip that. If you think you're bullying me, stalking me, everybody's stalking you too. Now, everybody, we all stalking. Okay. And they don't have that leverage. So if you are that person that may be dealing with some emotional distress, I'm telling you, it will get you sick. It will decrease your immune system. I need you guys to be well, to live your best life and do what it is that you've always wanted to do, because you have breath and it's never too late. So boost that immune system. Keep it going. Don't get discouraged and keep doing what you do. Your success matters. It is your life. If it's something that you've always wanted to do, and now you done grew the children up and you're like, oh, it's my time. It's the me time. Do you and enjoy you. Nate, did you want to say something about that?
No, I don't.
Okay, because guess what? 14% of men get stalked.
Oh, I know. I know. You see all of this?
Watch
I got
this.
pat him out. Bap, bap.
1% reports it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. And we're talking men being stalked by females. Men being stalked by females. Now, if you watch Lifetime, they're going to show you all all the women getting stalked. But
Snap.
there's some, right? There are some where the women are stalking the men, and what actually happens is if a woman is stalking a man, she'll in turn stalk the woman that he's with. So the men don't really report it.
Listen.
1% of men report being stalked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out how that is because real talk, I already told you what it is. You ride by your ex-boyfriend's house.
Mm-hmm.
How many? You know how.
Yeah. Well, it comes from we don't report violence or held against us or stuff like that because it's the bold, I'm a man, it's just a girl. And then the fellas don't make a noise. You got beat up by a girl, blah, blah, blah. You getting beat by your wife, and you report it comes with a certain connotation to it. So a lot of men don't report the stuff. And like you said, the girl that they are with or move forward with usually gets part of the stalking too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but why the ex-wife?
It's an unfortunate situation, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Right, but what I don't get is how I got pulled in it because it started out with a
Me
female.
Me either.
And then it started with a male.
Right, but I can't. We can't do that. We got to talk in general.
Crazy.
We're gonna talk in general. I don't know either. That's why I'm like,
Yeah. What?
But anyway, when you have a female that's stalking a male, I don't think she might not know. Repeated phone calls. Think about it. Okay, let's think back. Nate, I'm gonna use you since you're a guy. The repeated. Did you get repeated phone calls
and text,
emails? Like, okay, you ain't answering me. I'm about to email you.
You feel the neck roll in the text. You feel that.
Whatever.
Okay.
You gonna leave me in my neck roll alone.
How about the social media messages? Now that happens a lot. People, what is it called? Where they like dry snitch, they post on their page.
Right, on their page. On the page. I was telling somebody, I'm like, you seem like you're a battered woman. Well, what are you posting? The Lord said, and this, that, and other, and men who say this, and that so has something to do. We talked about tuna fish the other day, and now you on the thing talking about the degradation of people who eat tuna fish, out of the blue.
Okay, well that's different. Now you also have where women are just waiting on you, following you around. I don't think women realize that's stalking.
I can't blame.
But it is.
I looked in the mirror today and I said, I can't blame them.
But wait, what about, and that's the difference. Unwanted visits to your home. They just popped up. They just at your house. That's stalking. And you guys won't report it. The other one, tearing up, busting the windows out your car. They got the whole song. I'll bust the windows out your car.
And it went egg on the car. Yeah. Lipstick.
And it went platinum.
And you said and it went platinum.
You women.
But it's the truth. Watch this. The notes. It's the truth. And that is sad that women do it to men, but when men do it to women, it's like, whoa, it's taken more serious than the opposite. Is that okay?
It's just the way it is. I mean, like I keep on saying, we understand the game. We ain't mad at the player. That's just the game. And
but you're calling stalking a game, but this is real.
But it's not. It's held to a higher esteem or a higher when it's against you. When it's against us, it's not held as big as a deal. Simply because that's just the way it is. That is the game. I'm mad at the players, but I can't be mad at the game.
That's not okay though, because that
woman. So it's not okay. So what do we do about it?
Listen, that woman can hurt you. Gotcha. That woman can do anything. Like you wouldn't see it coming. Do you know how many men are dead now because of stalking situations with women? That's serious. You men need to take that serious. It's not a game. It's not.
I said it's part of the game.
Report
but guess what? You're right on all of that stuff. But if you beat me up, what would people say? Oh, Nate got beat up by a girl. But if I hit you, I'm going to prison. That's just the way it is. So you're right. So what do we do to change it? since I'm agreeing with you and you're right. What laws or what is it that we can do to change it so it's the way you say it is? What can we do?
Go ahead, Nick.
Like I said, men start reporting it. I had to make the ex report this stuff. I had to make him, and it's still continuing. But I had to make him report it. Like, you have to report this. Like,
It won't get it. The sad
Okay,
part
I'm
about it.
going to add this because the listening audience have no idea. Nick was starting it, and I'm gonna finish it. In the chat, we had our chat. I noticed what was in the chat. I didn't know that was the person that was stalking, but I'm glad she informed me in our, she let me know. And what it actually said, that message was, I'm number one, or I'm still number one, or something like that.
I'm number one now.
Oh, I'm number one now. Now, I'm okay. Don't say nothing. I didn't realize. I was like, what is that? I didn't know who the person was because I don't know. Everybody's welcome on Shop Talk.
Except him.
Oh, wait. Let me finish. But when I know that someone is saying this stalking, they have paperwork they got it going on, and my crew. My job is to protect you guys. So what did I do? Block you out. You ain't allowed over here no more. They ain't allowed to the house, okay? But I did read that this day. At first it said, the first comment said, hey, and the second comment said, I'm number one now.
That's how
I'm not knowing who it is. Wait, I'm not knowing who it is. I'm just reading the comments. I was like, oh, okay, hey, nothing, because I don't know. Nate the Agitator, don't know. We're chilling, but who knows is who on here, which Nick knew exactly who it was. So I'm glad that you gave me that information, bam, so I can handle that. Because when something like that happens, just as I stated in symptoms and how it can affect people, it did, because I saw how you were looking. And I'm like, what? I was like, and then I looked over and I seen it. I said, oh, it makes you uncomfortable. It's like I'm doing this and now this person is on here. So we don't need those type of followers. We don't. I appreciate you. I hate that it's called followers. Supporters. I'm going to turn it to that. We don't need those type of supporters. And if you are dealing with something like this, please, 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 please go get help. File a report. Because I witnessed it as I was watching and I didn't know what was going on, but I saw her look, her body language change. Because first it was like, blah, 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 then all of a sudden it kind of got reserved. And I'm telling you, difficulty concentrating, it's a real thing. This stuff is for real. Even if you feel it's okay, I'm not going to let this bother me. It is there because now you done, boom, live rent free in my head again. Here these people go. Now, I'll be like, here these ninjas go. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So again, please, 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 if you don't hear nothing else I say, and for my ladies, y'all think it's all fun and games, and some of the fellas, you might not look at it as stalking. You looking at it like, this girl gone crazy. She like this. I'm putting this pearl jam on her. There you go. See, I'm getting there.
I like that.
You like that? You know what I'm saying? So now she just chasing me, man, blah, 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 blah. But it is real. And Nick is 100% right. Something can happen to you. And it's wild how something can happen to you. And then you want to look and you hurt somebody's son because you're that way. And you're supposed to say, I didn't mean to do it. What about that child? What about that's somebody's child? What about that guy? That's somebody's father. And
brother.
You're okay. And we're supposed to forgive you because he's right. If he did it, he going straight to jail. Do not, you know what I mean? Do not pass go. And when it's women that do it, okay, well, what did she do? And also on the opposite side, the police is looking like, man, you really want to file this? So they're questioning you. And then you see, wait a minute, it's something going on. women are putting their hands on men and don't expect to get hit back. I am one that believes wholeheartedly, if you put your hands on a man, expect to get hit back. Expect it. Because this is a whole different breed. And it's wild that we always say we want men. I want a man. I want a man. I want a real man. You want to put your hands and you want to beat up on a real man. And then he hits you back. Is he a real man or now he's in jail?
We can't win.
It's tragic because let's be real. To me, the B word, if a female call a male a B, respect is gone. If she push you, she put her hands on you, respect is gone. So once, females is quick to throw them hands on somebody, boom, she don't respect you. She do not respect you if she feels like she got to raise her hand to you like you are her child. That's her voice.
Even her voice.
Okay, you say even her voice. Anything else you want to add? You a man, let's go.
No. We have to teach men that this is part of the game. And they have to be emotionally intelligent enough to understand this and walk away from this. And what's happening is when you take us old Captain Cavemen out of it and we don't preach to these kids, they're not emotionally sound and they get in their feelings and then they lash out. That's why you have all these little boys in men clothing. I mean, that's part of the whole deal. Pay a bill. You have to learn what life is about. And woman in her feelings can get away with a lot more than a man in his feelings, because you get in your feelings and it end you up in jail someplace just because you felt a certain way. You have to be emotionally intelligent to know these things. And because OGs like me been through some stuff, and maybe I don't speak eloquently, or I'm just raw and whoop the kids, but there's a method behind that. You have to know there's boundaries. There's a discipline that you have to have when it comes to these boundaries. And if there's nothing to say, there's no accountability for nothing anymore. So these young boys raised in their feelings or lashing back, and their consequences are immediate. But the females that then started the whole thing, she gets away with it and she sees, I can do this. Oh, well, he shouldn't have hit you.
Okay. So, we about to go. We ain't about to do that. Then Nick was going to start, then it was going to be a whole new show.
That's after the show.
Already, look, pre-recorded. All right, today's footnote. It's about impact. The impact that you have on others' lives. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. That's from Jackie Robinson. How about that one? Remember it again. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. Listen here. Now, I like this one. This is my had to do too. I believe I have a personal responsibility to make a positive impact on society. I read that every day. I have it in my phone.
Yeah, I have a list too.
And I read that. So when you walk out the door, just understand that you have a responsibility to make a positive impact on society. So whoever you touch. And that's from Tony Fauci. That's a Tony Fauci right there. So let me give credit where credit is due. That's it. So know that you are important in everything that you do, okay? Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people. 1, 2, 3. Shop talk.
Shop talk.
Oh, you didn't even try. She didn't even try that. She should be fined.
I'm the first person that said anything. I am the first person that said anything because I know mine lags behind y'all. So I always go first.
The chat, tell us who was last.
Yeah, tell us how late.
Because I said it first. Whatever. He always want to point the finger at me. We ain't doing that.
After there. Hey, listen, the after show. We gotta do this after show because I'm feeling some type of way about the game.
See,
the game was the Bengals.
Yeah.
No, I was like,
listen. I was sick. I was sick. Like,
I'm like,
how y'all let them 7 seconds?
but it was the
And
calls.
then-
It was the calls
Well, wait a
early in the
minute.
game.
It
Well,
was a
hold
call
on.
early in the game, but you trade Flacco.
Wait a
And
minute,
that
but
happened.
hold on.
Well, that's a
Hold
testament
on.
to
Even
Cleveland's
I'm
scrubbiness.
listening. We got to go. Ping after show. I might put it up.
Oh, pig.
Oh yeah, you are. Peace.
You were still on. We're supposed to be off.